Hey everyone, it's Lisa from Primitive Gatherings, and it's time for Clue 2 of Oh Say Can You Sew 2. So this is the second installment in 5 that we are doing for a Quilt-Along using my fabric line here, American Gatherings 2. So this is 1 yard cuts of everything. So we have those available in the store here, and I just love that. That's mine. You have to order your own. So hopefully you have the tower or you've picked out your fabrics, but the clues for these are $5 each month, and they are released on the 1st of each month for 5 consecutive months. All right, so I've printed out clue number 2 here, and I'm going to make a block for you. So there's a lot more cutting and sewing here than I'm going to do for you today, so you are going to follow your numbers here on your clue and do what it tells you there. So one of the things you're doing is you're cutting 1.5 inch strips, and then you're sewing them together. And I have one here of white print and a red strip, and then I also have a matching red strip and a background. So this is what I'm going to need to complete my block. And then you're going to need 3 white prints that match this one, and then 2 background. There you go. All right, now I need to subcut these 2 strips. Now most people would probably take their strip, clean off the edge, like so, and start cutting. So these are going to be cut in 1.5. So you could start cutting 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, but that's really not how I do things. So this is how I kind of work. So I like to take these 2 things and mass cut. So I'm like nesting them together along the seams because they are pressed toward the dark or the red. So I'm getting them in there, nice in there, so they're nested really nice. Then I took a little cheat sheet and I wrote out 1.5 inch measurements. So I have 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5, 9, 10.5, 12, 13.5, and 15. So this is what that's going to help me to do. Now, I just happen to have a really cool ruler that's 5 by 15. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to trim off one edge clean here. And you will have a little bit of wiggle in here, and that's okay, right? That's just part of the beast. But try to just keep it as straight as possible. So now I'm going to try to get the biggest measurement I can, which is 15 on this ruler, and I'm going to park that right on the edge there, and I'm going to make a cut at 15. So this is nice and perfectly flush here on the edge, and I'm going to take my 1 inch line and line that up on that top cut, and then I'm going to cut. So I'm going to cut there, and then I'm just going to slide my ruler to 13.5, and that will just keep cutting 1.5 inch increments. All right, and I still could keep cutting those, but I don't need all of these to do one block for you today. So I'm just going to put these all here now, and I am going to build our block. Now, you are going to need, so it says on your directions, you need 4 of them. Well, now I'm going to lay them out, and we're going to sew them exactly like this. All right, and I need 4 of these. The rest you're going to save because you're going to be making multiple blocks, not just one of all of this. And the directions tell you how many you're going to make. So I'm going to quick zip these 4 up. And make sure you have a good 1/4 inch seam allowance. I have a guide on my foot, so I'm getting the same 1/4 inch every time. All right, now I'm just going to press these open. And you would continue to sew all of these, but I do not need them for one block. I'm just going to pop these open. Give them a quick little finger press. All right, and I just want to point out that you're going to be making 3 or 4 blocks of each one of these same fabrics. All right, so I start off with find my center here, a background, and then a 4 patch, and you're going to see quickly what's going to happen here. All of the white print needs to go into the middle. So see how you have this trail here of the print, and then all the backgrounds are on the outside edges. Now I'm going to sew it together like a 9-patch block. So when you see 9 patch and you don't see a 9 patch, this means a 9 patch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, quick sew those together. All right, let me see if we give you any pressing directions. Okay, so the center is going to go in, and these are going to go out. So these are going in, these are going out. Okay, out, out, and that one's going in. All right, I'm going to move over here. It's just much easier to press when you're standing. If you want to press those seams open, you can. I like to nest when they're a nice size like this for sure. Smaller, we'd probably have to maybe press them open. All right, so let's get it back to where it was. Looks like the picture has the 2 trails in there. Now I'm going to flip these right sides together, put a little pin in there. And I like to pin up towards my seam so I don't have to take these pins out. So I'm about 1/4 inch away, so I just graze maybe the tip of my pin. All right, open that back up like so. Flip those 2 together. And remember, you're going to be making multiple blocks. not just one. So make yourself a test block and then do a lot of chain piecing. Nothing hard here, just strips and squares. I'm going to just give it a little finger press there. All right, I'm assuming this is going to be a 6.5-inch block right here at this point, and you're going to be making a total of 36 of these blocks total. And again, you'll have 3 or 4 of them of the same prints for the whole quilt. So super easy. This will be a fun clue for you to do, and I can't wait to see all your blocks on Stitch with Lisa Bongean, our Facebook group. That's it, all for now.